welcome to Good Life, the health show with me, Pooja. Well, this is a show that focuses on providing you with solutions to your health-related issues, lifestyle and much more. And well, viewers, today in our studio, we have with us none other than Dr. Prakritish Bora, well-known pediatrician from Excel Care Hospital, to discuss on a topic which is a very important and seen in everyday, and that is habit and behavioral disorder in children. So what are those habits? What are those behaviors? Let's see and go across to Dr. Prakritish Bora and talk more on that. All right, Doctor, welcome to Good Life, the health show. So once again, you are here to guide us and to guide our viewers about certain topics which we take, and it is very important for our viewers to know what those are. So today the topic which we have taken is common habits, common behaviors which we see usually in children. So first of all, if we talk about some of the habits, so how to teach children a good habit, and what are those habits one should be taken care of?
See, while raising a child, the child will develop certain milestones as the age increases. Like at 3 months, 2 months, 3 months, they learn to smile. At 6 months, when you make them sit, they'll sit. So those are called motor milestones. And then the social adjustment, they learn with age. But the correct habits of staying in a society has to be inculcated, because when a child develops whatever habits he forms, later on in life they are very difficult to take. I mean, if they get into a difficult kind of habits, it is difficult to make them turn around.
Right.
So it is very important for parents to inculcate good habits from a very early on in life. Certain things, simple things like at the age of 3 years, a child should be encouraged as much independence, or he should be taught to be as independent or as self-dependent as possible. So he should be encouraged to do things on his own.
Okay.
Simple things like preparing him for school, early to bed, early to ride, because schools are early nowadays.
Yes.
So I come across many children who sleep late, 12, 1 a.m. At night, and then wake up late in the morning, hurry for school, because they cannot reach school on time. Those are because the mother or the father forgot to teach the child to be
about the time.
So going to bed early at night and waking up early is very, very important.
Yes.
Then things like learning to put his books into his bag, the books that he'll be carrying to school next day. And that makes him more independent.
And also the basic habits, actually, to get up early and to brush your teeth, also should be taught to the children.
So what you just said, self-hygiene. He should be taught how hygiene is important to keep infections away. So things like hand washing, brushing his teeth, taking a bath, all these things should be taught to the children as early as possible. And by the age of 9 months to 1 year, children start to understand things.
Okay.
So that is a time when simple things should be taught to the children, which are correct, without forcing, but gently encouraging him to do things which are right in the correct way. So if these habits are not taught, there are many habit disorders which come into children. Like if the child is insecure, if the child has some kind of anxiety to situations or people, then he develops certain behavioral or habit disorders which are difficult to remove from a child. So it is always important to inculcate good habits early on in life.
So one has to be very careful while treating the children in a proper way and to teaching them things. If they are saying that they don't want to take up those good habits, but their parents should make them understand in a proper way, isn't it, Doctor?
Absolutely. So parents should become role models. So what the parents should be doing, they normally follow the parents or the people around them. So if the parents are uniform in their behavior, and if they act as the role models, they automatically develop those habits, and it is easier for parents to handle those children, because at 3 they become very difficult. They are very dogmatic, they are very rigid with things, they throw temper tantrums. So all these things can be avoided if they are handled in the correct way. So I'll just discuss about certain habit disorders which we frequently see. They are harmless, but they create a lot of anxiety in the parents. So to name something like finger or thumb sucking is a very common problem that we come across. And thumb sucking or finger sucking starts very early on in life, as soon, because the taste is something which develops quickly in a child.
Okay.
That is something that they come to earth with. When they're born, they come with the sensation of taste as the most important sensation. So as soon as they can bring their thumb to their mouth, they start to suck it, because suckle is a very important reflex in a child. So thumb sucking, which is not a behavior problem or a habit problem, starts absolutely at 6 months to 9 months. They start to suck their thumb. That should not be a concern to the parents.
Okay.
And it usually goes on till about 18 months, at the most 2 years. But if thumb sucking goes beyond the age of 3 years, then it is called habitual thumb sucking.
Absolutely, that's the more concerned thing for the parents as well.
And that is the time you have to take care of the child. And the reason for thumb sucking, the common reasons are insecurity.
Okay.
So then if the child is overprotected, these children should be, the insecurity in them should be taken out slowly, gently, by encouraging them to do things on their own, trying to make them more independent, and trying to take out fears that the child might be having or harboring within him. It is very difficult sometimes, and thumb sucking may continue, till adolescence also.
Yeah, we have seen some school children also.
Also, exactly.
Yes.
So that is one. Secondly, thumb sucking and nail biting. Nail biting is again a different kind of habit disorder, which comes later on in life, usually after 5 to 6 years. So around 7-8 years, we see the children suddenly start biting their nails, and the underlying condition or underlying reason is more or less the same. And anxiety, insecurity, these are the reasons. And we see that some children will even go to the extent of biting their toenails.
Toenails. Okay.
And girls are more frequently seen with this habit. Again, there is no cure. There are certain local, ways of putting bitter things in the nails to make them avoid biting nails. But again, they are not recommended. So rather than doing that, trying to make him more confident about things, trying to encourage him to be more independent, trying to take out his anxiety, and if required, taking counseling and therapy sessions might help.
Absolutely, because some parents might also find difficult to make their children understand. So how difficult it is sometimes, doctor, because you have come across many parents and you have come across many children who have found this kind of habits. So what at first you tell the parents that to be calm, to be have patience in them, and then only they can teach their children a good habit to govern them?
As I just said, parents will have to act as role model. Yeah. I see that children who have these habits or these habit disorders, even the parents are very anxious. They constantly worry about things, worry about the child's health, worry about things that the child might be doing, worry that the child will fall down. They are constantly pestering the child. So I tell my parents to be relaxed with things. Children are children; they'll play, they'll fall. Certain things should be the parents should be able to leave.
Okay. Some things can be avoided, I guess.
Avoided, yeah. So to deal with a habit problem, the first thing, the parents will have to be relaxed with things in life, and they should learn to handle the child with more care, compassion, and with more rationality. They become irrational while handling their children. That should be avoided. So that is it. And in the extreme cases, I recommend counseling with parents, and they can go to a psychologist for a counseling. All those
so
things.
What kind of counseling do you give to the parents whenever they come to you, if they need to be that?
See, counseling, basically we try to identify the family dynamics.
Okay.
What is happening within the family? Why is the child anxious? Try to find out the anxiety factor, or is there a family discord, or something within the family which is causing the child to bite nails or suck the thumb. So identifying those problems, we need to talk to the parents at length and find out the exact reason and counsel them to overcome all those problems. So counseling sessions are usually done by a psychologist.
Okay.
Because it's a time-consuming process.
Of course.
Yeah, and it
And
needs
there
to
must be many sessions also.
Yeah, so there is no magic medicine for that.
Okay.
So it needs a lot of practice, lot of effort from the parents to overcome all these problems.
And parents will have to also give the correct information as well, because
Exactly.
whenever a counselor is asking them the questions, the family history, what is happening at home, maybe something is disturbing the children, and these are the reasons because the children are adopting these kind of habits. That is it possible, doctor?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. So what kind of like you can say that stress is only related to the adults, or the stress can also lead to the children as well?
No, we come across stress in children also, because nowadays, especially city living, there's a factor of time, maintaining time for school, tuition, so many things come into play.
So many things.
And so the child also comes under a lot of stress during this way, during the routine work. And if there is a problem within the family, that aggravates all that stress, and the child becomes dependent on certain habits. So, and there are certain other habits like that many parents come and tell me. Another habit is like pulling at the ears.
Pulling the ears. Okay.
Ears. So this is seen in certain children who have allergy problem.
Allergy. Okay.
They have itchiness all over their body, something like atopic dermatitis or seborrheic dermatitis. If they have some allergy in the head, so they try to scratch, in the resulting in pulling at their ears also. That is one. Secondly, children at certain age, like 9 months, 12 months, they like to pull at anything which is dangling.
Okay.
So ear being a structure which is dangling, they tend to pull at it.
Okay.
So both of these are harmless. I mean, one need not worry about it. So ear pulling is very common in children, and they usually do not require any treatment or any worries. But
okay, doctor, we'll have discussion on that. We have a phone call, so let's take a phone call first. Hello. Who's calling?
নমস্কাৰ, মই নিতু দাস কৈছোঁ গুৱাহাটীৰ পৰা।
কওকচোন।
মোৰ ছোৱালীজনী খুব মোবাইল খুচৰি থাকে, মানে নিদিলেও উপায় নাই, কান্দি দিয়ে। প্ৰব্লেম হ'ব নেকি? বহুত চাই কিন্তু দিনটো থাকে।
বয়স কিমান তেখেতৰ?
2.5 বছৰ।
This is এইটো আমাৰ can I speak in
Yes, you please, you can reply in Assamese.
এইটোতো আমাৰ আজিকালি খুবেই ডাঙৰ প্ৰব্লেম হৈ পৰিছে যে ল'ৰা ছোৱালী মোবাইলত যোনটো হেবিট ফৰ্মেশ্যন বা এডিকশ্যন হৈছে, আৰু সেইটোৰ কাৰণে আচলতে আমিয়ে জগৰীয়া ডাঙৰবিলাক, কাৰণ মোবাইলটো শিশুক দিলেহে তেওঁলোকে চাব পাৰিব। গতিকে প্ৰথম কথা হৈছে যে আমি ডাঙৰসকলে মোবাইলটো যে আমি শিশুটোক দিব লাগে, সেই বস্তুটো আমি এৰিব লাগিব। মোবাইলটো ফোনটো শুনিবৰ কাৰণে, ফোনটো কৰিবৰ কাৰণে, আৰু কেতিয়াবা আমি কিছুমান ডেটা চাবৰ কাৰণে বা ইনফৰমেশ্যন ল'বৰ কাৰণে। গতিকে সেই বস্তুটোৰ প্ৰয়োজন আচলতে শিশুৰ 2.5 বছৰ বা 2 বছৰ বয়সত নাই। গতিকে তাৰ এই হেবিটটো হৈছে কাৰণ আমি ডাঙৰে তাক অভ্যাসটো কৰাইছোঁ। আমি বহুত সময় আমি দেখা পাওঁ যে মাক দেউতাকে খাবৰ কাৰণে মোবাইলটো দিয়ে, ডিষ্ট্ৰেক্ট কৰিবৰ কাৰণে মোবাইলটো দিয়ে। ফলত মোবাইলটোৰ ওপৰত শিশুৰ এটা ডিপেণ্ডেঞ্চ বা এটা এডিকশ্যনৰ নিচিনা এটা হয়, আৰু পিছলৈ সেইটো এৰুৱাব নোৱাৰা হয় মাক দেউতাকে, কাৰণ এৰুৱালে সি খং কৰে, টেম্পাৰ টেন্ট্ৰামছ হয়, চ' খুব দিগদাৰী হয়, নখোৱা হয়। চ' বিভিন্ন ধৰণৰ প্ৰব্লেম শিশুতে অনুভৱ কৰে, আৰু সেই প্ৰব্লেমবিলাক এৰুৱাবলৈ খুবেই দিগদাৰী হৈ পৰে। গতিকে এই বস্তুটো সেইকাৰণে যে মই কৈ আছিলোঁ, হেবিটছবিলাক আমি একদম আৰ্লি লাইফৰ পৰা দিব লাগিব, ভাল হেবিটছবিলাক।
Parents should be a role model.
Exactly. মই ইনফেক্ট টেলিভিজন আৰু বাকী ভিজুৱেল মিডিয়া, তাৰ ওপৰত মই ডিছকাশ্যন কৰিমেই চাগে। গতিকে তাতো এইটো কথা আছে যে আমি কিমানখিনি ডিজিটেল মিডিয়া বা ভিজুৱেল মিডিয়া আমি শিশুক দিব লাগে, সেই ওপৰতো কথা পাতিব লাগিব। টেলিভিজন চবতছে ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট গতিকে তাৰ কিমানখিনি আমি লিমিটত দিব লাগিব, কেনেকৈ আমি কৰিব লাগিব, তাৰ ওপৰতো কথা পাতিম। গতিকে আপোনাৰ প্ৰশ্নটোৰ এটাই উত্তৰ যে আমি এতিয়াও দেৰি হোৱা নাই, 2.5 বছৰ, আপুনি শীঘ্ৰেই তেওঁক লাহে লাহে মোবাইলটোৰ পৰা আঁতৰাই আনক। সৰু সৰু বস্তুত ডাইভাৰ্জনৰ কাৰণে, খোৱাৰ সময়ত বা সেই কিবা এটা খং কৰিলে পটককৈ মোবাইলটো দি দিয়া, সেইটো বন্ধ কৰক। আৰু মোবাইলটোৰ পৰা বহুত আমাৰ ক্ষতি হয়, শাৰীৰিক, মানসিক। গতিকে সেইটো ইমিডিয়েটলি আপুনি আচলতে বন্ধ কৰিব লাগে। মোবাইলটো শিশুৰ কাৰণে নহয়, ডাঙৰ মানুহৰ কাৰণে। গতিকে যোনটো বয়সত মোবাইল দিব লাগিব, সেই বয়সটোলৈকে আপুনি ৰখিব লাগিব।
All right, so the viewer, I am sure that you must have got all your answers. And just to refresh our viewers once again, that our phone lines are open and the numbers are flashed on your television screens. So if you have any queries on regarding the habits and the behavioral disorders in your children, so Prakritish Bora is here, so you can call up and ask your queries and you will get all your answers. So coming back to you, doctor, again, we were talking about another habit, that is pulling the ear.
Yes.
And so what do you have to say on that?
As I said, it's a commonly seen habit problem. But again, there is nothing to worry about it. And as I said, if it is a problem of the phase, like the ears where they like to pull at dangling things, that will go off without any management. But if there is a problem like allergy or a condition like atopic dermatitis, then that underlying disorder has to be treated so that the pulling at the ears will come down.
Okay.
But again, it's a minor disorder, absolutely no reason.
So there is nothing to worry, but you can keep a check on your children, and at least, if possible, then you can at least make them learn good things as well.
Yes.
So we were talking about many habits. So what are the other important habits which you see frequently in children, and that should be immediately keep an eye on it?
Another habit disorder that we can talk about is pica.
Pica.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pica is basically, where a child gets into a deformed taste.
Okay.
I mean, he likes to eat things which we are normally not supposed to eat.
Okay.
Something like mud, soil, or paint. This kind of things which are not usually eaten, but they tend to eat those things.
Okay, non-edible things.
Yeah. In olden days or in a village setting, we see the child likes to eat soil, and many a times it could be because of iron deficiency, worm infestation. So those things has to be tackled because your body automatically, if you are deficient in certain things like calcium or iron, so you tend to make it up.
Okay.
So you tend to eat soil where there is iron and calcium. So by supplementing those children, you can get rid of this kind of habits.
Okay.
Pica.
Okay. Doctor, just to interrupt you in between, again we have a phone call. Hello. Hello.
Oh, hello.
কওকচোন
মই লখিমপুৰৰ পৰা কৈছিলো বিনোদ গগৈ
কওক
হয় এই মোৰ ল'ৰাটোৰ মানে 10 বছৰ মানৰ পৰা 10 বছৰ হৈছে এতিয়া কিন্তু তাৰ মানে সৰুৰ পৰাই পানী লগাটো হৈ আছে খুব মানে পানী লাগি থাকে আৰু এতিয়া মানে ঠাণ্ডা দিনত অলপ বেছি হৈ যায়
10 বছৰ বুলি ক'লে
হয় এতিয়া বৰ্তমান 10 বছৰ
আগতকে কমিছন নাই বাৰু
মানৰ পৰা মানে হৈ আছিল পানী লগাটো
না পানী লগাটো
ট্ৰিটমেন্ট কৰি থাকো ভাল হয়
আগতকে কমিছনে বাঢ়িছে বাৰু
নে ধৰক এটা নিৰ্দিষ্ট লেভেলতে আছে কিন্তু ঠাণ্ডা দিনত অলপ বেছি হৈ যায়
খালি নাকৰ চৰ্দিয়ে থাকে নে কাহু হয় তাৰ
ইনে নাকৰ চৰ্দিটো থাকে খুব মানে অলপ ধুলি চুলি পালে ফটকে বেছি হৈ যায় অলপ ঠাণ্ডা পালে বেছি হৈ যায় ঠিক তেনেকুৱা হৈ যায়
নহয় হি কাহি পেলাই উহাত কষ্ট পায় তেনেকুৱা হৈছে নেকি তাৰ
তেনেকুৱা আগতে হৈছিল এতিয়া মানে ইমান হয় হয়
চাওক আপোনাৰ শিশুটিৰ বোধহয় এয়াৰৱে আমাৰ যোনটো উশাহৰ ৰাস্তা তাৰ এলাৰ্জি আছে যাৰ ফলত নাকৰ চৰ্দিটো বিভিন্ন বস্তুৰ পৰা হ'ব যেনেকৈ বতৰ বলিলে ধূলি লাগিলে ধোঁৱা হ'লে বিভিন্ন বস্তুৰ পৰা হ'ব কেতিয়াবা ভাইৰেল ইনফেকশ্যনৰ পৰা হ'ব পাৰে চ' এই বস্তুটো বহুত শিশুৰ নাকৰ চৰ্দি হৈ থাকিলে আমি ইমান এটা চিন্তা নকৰোঁ এইটো এলাৰ্জিক ৰাইনাইটিছ বুলি কোৱা যায় তাৰ কাৰণে কিন্তু অলপমান দীঘলীয়াকৈ ব্যৱস্থা ল'ব লাগিব পাৰে যাৰ বাবে আপুনি আপোনাৰ শিশু বিশেষজ্ঞক লগ পাব লাগিব কিন্তু যদি নাকৰ চৰ্দিটো গৈ কফ হয় বা কফ হৈ পেলাই উশাহত বাৰে বাৰে কষ্ট পাইছে তেনেকুৱা ল'ৰা ছোৱালীক ব্যৱস্থা ল'ব লাগিব পাৰে কিন্তু তাৰ কাৰণে শিশুটিক চোৱাৰ প্ৰয়োজন হ'ব নোচোৱাকৈ মানে এনেকৈ টেলিভিশ্যনৰ দ্বাৰা আপোনাক মেডিচিন প্ৰেছক্ৰাইবটো ভুল হ'ব কিন্তু এলাৰ্জি মেডিচিন মাজে মধ্যে আপোনালোকে দিব পাৰে নাকত দিয়া যোনটো চেলাইন ড্ৰপ দিয়া যায় শিশুক নাকটো চাফা ৰাখিবৰ কাৰণে সেইটো দিব নাকটো চাফা থাকিলে হাঁচিৱাটো কম হ'ব নাকৰ ব্লকটো কম থাকিলে কাহু কম হ'ব গতিকে নাকটো চাফা ৰাখিবলৈ যত্ন কৰিব কিছুমান আজিকালি নাকত দিয়া স্প্ৰে দিয়া যায় নাকৰ এলাৰ্জিটো কমাই ৰাখিবৰ কাৰণে সেনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ নিজেল মেডিচিনৰ প্ৰয়োজন আছে নেকি তাৰ বাবে সেইটো গম পাবৰ কাৰণে আপুনি আপোনাৰ লোকেল যোন ডক্টৰ আছে বা বাচ্চাৰ শিশু বিশেষজ্ঞ আছে তেওঁক এবাৰ লগ ধৰক
All right. I'm sure the viewer, you must have got your answers, and whatever the doctor has said, you will keep a note on that and take care of your child. All right, coming back to you, doctor, again, we were talking about another, that is pica, which is also commonly seen in children. So what do you have to say on that?
As I said, in the village setting or in olden India, we used to come across a lot of iron deficiency and deficiency of calcium and stuff. So So, but nowadays all these micronutrients are routinely supplemented in children. So, those habits have come down quite a lot. But in spite of no deficiency, or the child may not have any deficiency, but still he might be eating things which are not commonly eaten, or which are not edible substance. So again, these children will have some underlying reason, some stress or something underlying which is leading the child to eat this kind of substance. So distraction is one way how we can avoid these children from eating all this non-edible substance. And soil eating, you can avoid it by not letting the child go out in the garden or some place where he'll be eating all this substance. You should avoid doing all that. And diversion is probably one of the reason, one of the way to avoid a child doing pica. And with age, normally pica goes away. So it is only a matter of time that.
So they are more attracted to the things maybe, and this is also one more reason. So is the parents will have to keep an eye on their children, because every time it's not possible for them to keep an eye on their children, isn't it, doctor?
Yeah, no, but at least you can avoid situations where it is more likely to happen.
Likely to happen.
Like if a child is eating soap, then he should not be allowed to be in the bathroom alone. He should be there while giving a bath, or you should ask the child to keep the door open while he is washing his hands. And it should be quick. He should not be allowed to be in the bathroom for long. So situations where this is happening, that should be identified, and that should be avoided as far as possible.
Doctor, another call we have. Hello.
Hello.
Coxon.
Good level লাগিছে না
কক আপোনাৰ প্ৰশ্নটো কৰিব
প্ৰশ্নটো মানে মোৰ হল
কৰিব
মই প্ৰশ্ন মানে কিছুমান হেৰি কথা হ'ব পাৰিম না আপোনাৰ লগত
All right, we have a technical snack, so we'll be waiting for some other calls. So viewers, phone numbers are flashed on your television screen. So any queries relating as a topic today, which we have taken, is habit and behavioral disorders in children. So you can talk and you can ask queries, as Prakritish Bora is in our studio, so you will get all your answers. All right, coming back to you, doctor, again. So we were talking about many habits, and also there is another habit called, that is habit spasm. So what is all about that?
It is commonly called as habit spasm. Again, this has increased in our recent, I have seen an increase in these habit spasms in recent years. And the underlying stress strain of school and daily life would be one of the reason. And there are certain extreme situations where this can really be a problem with a child. But to begin with, habit spasm is basically called as tics. Yeah, and in Assamese we call it mudra dukh, where a child gets into a habit of making a motor movement or a physical movement repeatedly, and which is beyond his control. Something like blinking the eyes, or dry coughing, or clearing the throat, grimacing, or moving the shoulder. This kind of habits which goes on repeatedly, and the child has no control on that. So usually we see that children with this kind of behavior or habit problem, he is a little tense, he is anxious, his family environment is also similar, so which has led to all this behavior or all this this kind of habit problems which goes on, and it becomes a social stigma for the child. He is teased, he is bullied because of his habit in school. And it becomes a problem for the parents. But again, most of the tics, they disappear without any treatment by 3 to 6 months. But if it persists beyond that, then he might require therapy as well as medications for that. And there are extreme forms of tic. There is a syndrome called Gilet-Tourette syndrome, where there is vocal as well as motor spasms, where the child will have violent physical movement. Which could
violent
be of the
physical movement.
Yeah, which could be of the mouth, hand, body, along with vocalization. He'll make some nonsensical sounds along with motor movement.
Okay.
So this is a condition which needs to be treated properly, adequately, with medications to control the symptoms, and they normally require prolonged therapy or prolonged treatment.
Okay.
But in good hands, the child normally recovers, but it again takes quite a lot of time and medicines for a child to get over with all this.
So what do you suggest to the parents, doctor, that if they find any of these kind of habits in their children where they see that something is beyond their children's control, so they should keep an eye on it and they should also note it down and see a doctor immediately?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they have to first of all understand why the child is doing that, and that can be only identified by the doctor after taking a detailed history from the family. And most of the time, the tics or the habit spasm also develop as a manifestation of a physical ailment.
Okay.
Suppose you have conjunctivitis, redness of the eye, there's irritation, so you go on blinking your eyes because you have irritation in the eyes. But once the conjunctivitis gets over, that thing should stop. But for some children, it might continue.
Okay.
Your disease becomes okay, but you continue with the symptom.
Continue with it because maybe you are in that habit and that has been continued in a later on.
Normally, this kind of tics or habit spasm usually goes off in a few months. So one need not worry about that. But again, that assurance or that comfort may have to be told to the parents so that they are not over anxious about it.
Okay.
Because the more importance or more attention you give to the child for all this behavior or habit, it only increases, it only multiplies.
Okay.
So one has to learn to be one should not be giving too much importance
to it, avoiding things maybe to avoid and to just shift their focus to some other things that would make a proper possible thing. Okay.
There should be intelligent neglect.
Okay. Doctor will talk many things about that, but on that note, we'll have to slip into a short break. So viewers will slip into a short break, but do come back soon because we have lots more on the other side. Welcome back, viewers. You're still watching Good Life, the health show with me, Pooja, and your phone lines are open and the numbers are flashed on your television screens. And right now we have a phone call, doctor. So we'll take the phone call and then we'll continue with our conversation. Hello, who's calling? Hello?
हेलो
कौरक सुन?
हाँ, मैं मनदीप जैन बोल रहा हूँ.
हाँ, बोलिए.
हाँ, मेरे को डॉक्टर साहब से कुछ पूछना था.
हाँ जी, बताइए.
जी, वो सुन रहे हैं, बताइए.
हाँ सर, गुड इवनिंग.
हाँ, गुड इवनिंग, बताइए.
सर, मेरे ट्विंस हैं, दोनों लड़के हैं.
हाँ जी.
1 साल 8 महीने के हुए हैं. तो वो दोनों खाने में बहुत कमजोर है सर, और जो भी खाते हैं उल्टी कर देते हैं. और सर ये और सॉलिड नहीं खा सकते, सॉलिड खाने से उल्टी कर देते हैं वो लोग.
आपने 8 महीना का बताया?
1 साल 8 महीने.
1 साल 8 महीने का. और ट्विंस थे तो उनका वजन कितना था बर्थ के टाइम में?
बर्थ के टाइम में एक का था 1.9 और एक का था 1.6.
देखिए, अभी हम बात कर ही रहे थे हैबिट को ठीक से बनाने का. तो इसमें ये है कि बच्चे जब ट्रांजिशन पीरियड में जब सीखते हैं खाने के लिए, तो थोड़ा बहुत वॉमिटिंग करना या वॉमिटिंग का टेंडेंसी रहना वो नॉर्मल होता है. लेकिन 2-3 आपको बात बताता हूँ. एक तो जैसे मैंने कहा था कि जल्दी सोने का और जल्दी उठने का हैबिट उनको डालिए. और फिर सेकेंडली टॉयलेट ट्रेनिंग, सुबह अपना बाउल्स को क्लियर करना, पॉटी ठीक से क्लियर रखना, उसका भी हैबिट डालिए.
उनका टॉयलेट वगैरह सब नॉर्मल है सर.
नॉर्मल है तो ठीक है. अभी सेकेंडली ये है कि उनको ना सेल्फ फीडिंग करने दीजिए. जो बच्चे वॉमिटिंग करते हैं ना, उनका सबसे बड़ा रीज़न रहता है कि उनको खिलाया जाता है, और स्पेशली फोर्सफुली. आप फोर्सफुली खिलाओगे ना तो वॉमिटिंग करेंगे. और उनको चबाना आना चाहिए. अभी एक चीज़ वो अंदर से सीख के आते हैं पेट से कि उनको सक करना या स्वॉलो करना, ये उनको आता है. लेकिन चबाना उनको सीखना होता है नॉर्मली 6 to 9 मंथ्स के बाद में. और वो तब होता है जब हम उनको खुद खाने देंगे 1 साल या 1 साल के बाद. अगर वो नहीं होता है, फिर उनका ये जो वॉमिटिंग टेंडेंसी हमेशा रहेगा, क्योंकि वो बिना
सर
चबाए,
वो मतलब सर वो चबाना नहीं सीखे अभी तक।
हाँ वही कह रहा हूँ,
और
अगर आप सेमी सॉलिड या सॉलिड फूड देते हो और वो गिरने के लिए कोशिश करेंगे बिना चबाए तो वो उनको उल्टी होगा। तो मेरे ख्याल से ना जितना जो उल्टी है ये बीमार नहीं है, उनको क्योंकि चबाना नहीं आ रहा है, मतलब एकदम से गिरने के लिए कोशिश करते हैं तो उनको उल्टी होता है। तो इसमें
सर फिर है ना मेरे को कैसे स्टार्ट करना पड़ेगा ये चीज़?
वही कह रहा हूँ कि आप जब आप लोग खाते हो तो साथ में उनको प्लेट में जो भी आप खाते हैं या जो भी उनके लिए है वो दे दो, लेकिन खुद खाने के लिए दो उसको। चबा के वो लेगा, खुद खाएगा तो वॉमिटिंग जो है ना वो कम हो जाएगा अपने आप से, मेरे ख्याल से।
और सर
ये
ना जैसे इसमें क्वांटिटी मैटर्स करते हैं, जैसे हम लोग को लगता है कि कम क्वांटिटी खाए तो हम लोग को थोड़ा वो रहता है कि
नहीं क्वांटिटी
लगता है कि यार बुखार रह जाएगा।
क्वांटिटी कभी फिक्स नहीं होगा, क्योंकि हर बच्चे का, हर आदमी का क्वांटिटी अलग अलग होता है और हर टाइम में हम बराबर नहीं खाते, कभी ज़्यादा खाए तो कभी कम खाएंगे, तो वो बच्चे के लिए भी है। तो इसीलिए कितना खाता है उसमें ज़्यादा ध्यान मत रखिएगा, लेकिन फोर्स फीडिंग नहीं होना चाहिए। अगर आपको लग रहा है कि वो कम खा रहा है तो ज़्यादा फ्रिक्वेंटली दीजिए और थोड़ा सा वैरायटी रखिएगा, घर का खाना लेकिन थोड़ा सा वैरायटी करके दीजिए। थोड़ा सा आप वेजिटेरियन होंगे तो घी डाल सकते हैं आप खाने में, दिन में 2 टाइम।
वेजिटेरियन।
हाँ जी, तो घी डाल दीजिएगा, उससे इसका कैलोरी डेंस रहेगा, कैलोरी ज़्यादा आएगा उसको खाने में। और जितना हो सकता है वेजिटेबल्स, एक टाइम कम से कम उसको पका वाला फ्रूट्स दीजिएगा। लेकिन सबसे ज़रूरी बात है उसको खुद खाने का जो आदत है ना वो आना चाहिए अभी।
खुद खाने का आदत है, तो वही तो नहीं सिखा पा रहे हम लोग।
हाँ, लेकिन कोशिश करिए, इस समय में थोड़ा सा मुश्किल होता है, लेकिन हैबिट्स को लाने के लिए कोशिश बहुत ही ज़रूरी है।
तो सर ये पैनिक वाला बात तो नहीं है ना कि
नहीं, बिल्कुल ही नहीं।
ये आज 1 साल 8 महीना का हो गया?
नहीं, एक चीज़ मैं आपको गारंटी से बोल सकता हूँ कि कोई वॉमिटिंग का दवा का ज़रूरत नहीं है उनको।
वॉमिटिंग का दवा का जरूरत नहीं।
हाँ जी।
All right, thank you so much. I'm sure the viewer, and it's a concerned father asking the problems for his children, and he's very much concerned. And as you have already said, that this is not a problem, but leading a good habit, which you have already started and in our show, and you have already mentioned. So we were talking about various habits, disorders. So now we'll be talking about behavior disorders. So what are those behavior disorders? We'll be talking on that, doctor, but another call we have. Okay, hello, who's calling?
Hello.
Hello.
বাইদেউ মই এটা পৰামৰ্শ ল'বলৈ ওলাইছো।
কওকচোন।
মানে মই কাটো আজি প্ৰায় 2-2.5 বছৰ হ'ল, কিন্তু কাটো নকমে, খালি বাঢ়ে আৰু উশাহটো বিৰাট কষ্ট পাই আছো আৰু চব্জিটো নকমে।
বয়স কিমান আপোনাৰ, ল'ৰা নে ছোৱালী?
ইয়াৰ 7 বছৰ।
কিমান ক'লে?
27।
Okay, he's asking about himself.
Okay, আচ্ছা, আপুনি 27 বছৰৰ যিহেতু আপুনি এডাল্ট হ'ব, আৰু এডাল্টৰ কাৰণে মই আচলতে হেৰি নকৰোঁ, নাচাওঁ, মই শিশুৰ বিশেষজ্ঞহে। চ' আপুনি যেতিয়া বেলেগ কোনোবা আহে আপোনাৰ ইয়াতে তেতিয়া তেওঁ সুধিব পাৰিব চাগে।
Okay, thank you so much for calling. Okay, coming back to you, doctor, again. So let's talk about the behavior disorders in children. So what do you want to tell on that?
See, as I said, it is important to make children independent as early as possible.
As early as possible.
So as I said, 3 years is one, is a rough, guideline when child should be encouraged to do things on his own, getting ready for school, taking a bath, all this should be allowed to the children. And at the same time, trying to inculcate good etiquettes.
Okay.
Like saying thank you when someone gives you certain things.
Okay.
Or saying bye while leaving the house. So all these etiquettes, good etiquettes and behavior should be inculcated by the parents.
Yes.
And they should, again I am saying, they should act as the role model. If the parents are saying thank you, good night, bye, then the child also learns those
Yes, they will
things.
adapt those
good
habits.
manners, good behavior, they will learn. But when a child is there in the house, in the family, love becomes one of the most important part or factor for a child's growth. So the child should be adequately loved.
Okay.
He should feel that he is secure in that environment, so that he becomes more confident. So love and security is one behavior modifying factors.
Okay.
They modify the behavior in a child. He whether he becomes confident or not depends entirely on how much love he gets in the family, how much security he has. Again, there has to be a balance.
Okay.
It cannot be too much. and it cannot be under also. So that is about love and security. He should feel secure in the house. And then we come to doing it over.
Okay.
Over protection or over indulgence. So nowadays it is very common, especially with working parents. Most of the time they are out of the house, father and mother. When they come back, they try to compensate for their absence.
Okay.
So they try to give more love, more they try to indulge the child. They give him whatever he wants.
Yes.
Things which may not be correct. So I would like to tell those parents that you cannot compensate for the time that you have missed. So that doesn't mean you'll overdo the things. So there should be a balance when you are there. Try and love your child, give him security, but don't do over things. You cannot compensate for the time that you have lost. So give quality time when you are there. So adequate love, but do not do it over. So those things are important for adequate behavior development in a child.
The children. Okay, doctor, we'll talk on that. Another call we have. Hello, who's calling?
Hello.
Coxon.
মই আজাৰৰ পৰা কৈছিলো
আপোনাৰ প্ৰশ্নটো কৰিব
মোৰ ছোৱালীজনী এবছৰ 2 মাহ হ'ল কিন্তু মানে এতিয়া খুব জ্ঞান হৈ যায় কিন্তু এনে থিয় দিয়ে আৰু ধৰি খোজ কাঢ়ে যায়
বুজি পোৱা নাই
ওকে আপোনাৰ প্ৰশ্নটো আৰু এবাৰ কৰিবচোন
মোৰ হেল্ল'
কক
মোৰ ছোৱালীজনী আছে এবছৰ 2 মাহ হ'ল তাই মানে থিয় দিয়ে মানে ধৰি থিয় দিয়ে আৰু খোজ কাঢ়িলেও মানে ধৰি খোজ কাঢ়ে নিজে খোজ কাঢ়িব পৰা হোৱা নাই
এবছৰ 2 মাহ ৱাকাৰ দিছে নেকি আপুনি
নাই দিয়া
ৱাকাৰ দিয়া নাই আৰু তেওঁ বহিছিলে কিমান মাহত নিজে
কি কয়
কিমান মাহত বহিব পাৰিছিলে
6 মাহত বহিছিল
বহাই দিলে আৰু নিজে উঠি বহাটো কেতিয়া হৈছিলে
নিজে উঠি বহাটো আপোনাৰ 9 মাহ মানৰ পৰা হৈছে
9 মাহ আপুনি চিন্তা কৰিব নালাগে কাৰণ আপোনাৰ বাকিখিনি ডেভেলপ মাইলস্টোনছ টাইম মতে হৈছে 6 মাহত যদি বহিছে বা 9 মাহ নিজে উঠি বহিছে সেইটো ঠিকে আছে খোজ কাঢ়াটো কিছুমান ল'ৰা ছোৱালীয়ে 12-14 মাহতো কাঢ়ে কিন্তু কিছুমানে 18 মাহলৈকে টাইম ল'ব পাৰে গতিকে আপোনাৰ শিশুৰ 14 মাহ হৈছে যদি ধৰি খোজ কাঢ়িছে মানে খোজ কাঢ়িব খালি আপুনি ৱাকাৰটো নিদিব কাৰণ ৱাকাৰত এক্সিডেণ্টছ হয় আৰু ৱাকাৰ দিলে ছাপৰ্ট লোৱাৰ এটা অভ্যাস হৈ যায় গতিকে মই ভাবোঁ যে নেক্সট হয়তো 1-2 মাহৰ ভিতৰতে খোজ কাঢ়িব যদি নেক্সট 2 মাহত খোজ কাঢ়া নাই যদি 16 মাহ হৈ গৈছে 17 মাহ হৈ গৈছে খোজ কাঢ়া নাই তেতিয়া আপুনি নিশ্চয় আপোনাৰ শিশু বিশেষজ্ঞক এবাৰ দেখাই লোৱাটো ভাল হ'ব কিন্তু মই ভাবোঁ যে কোনো চিন্তা কৰাৰ কাৰণ নাই কাৰণ বাকীবিলাক মাইলস্টোন টাইমত হৈছে গতিকে ডেফিনেটলি খোজ কাঢ়িব খালি এমাহ 2 মাহমান আপুনি ধৈৰ্য ধৰক
All right. Okay. So this is also another habit or another maybe it's a general thing which children adapts at a certain age and there is nothing to worry. Okay. So we were talking about some of the behaviors and you were saying that in children it should be adapted early signs and the things which you were saying that time can't be overdated by giving gifts or something to their children. So what do you have to say on that?
So what I was saying was feeling loved and feeling secured are two important things for a child's normal behavioral development. So again, children are naughty. They'll be doing a lot of things which are, a lot of pranks also they'll do. Certain are acceptable, certain are accidents, certain behavior or certain acts are not acceptable. So here comes in, the part of disciplining, which we tend to forget. That sometimes we think that, small children leave it. That is not the thing because disciplining will have to start early on in life. And along with that comes punishment. So punishment, so first is discipline. I'll talk on discipline. So disciplining is very, very important. And in India, the most difficult area that comes into play here is having a joint family or having too many family members, wherein you have your parents, then grandparents, aunts, uncles, So if the disciplining part is not uniform, then the child gets confused, number one.
Yes.
And then child also takes advantage of that situation. Suppose someone disciplines him, then he goes to the other person who will not do the same thing. So this kind of thing has to be properly discussed in the family, and when someone is disciplining him, the behavior of that discipline has to be uniform with everybody.
Okay.
And when you discipline your child, which should normally start after 2 years, one has to be very firm. I am not saying one has to scold, shout, lose his temper.
Absolutely.
That is not required.
That is not the way.
But firmness is required. When you say no, that tone in your voice has to show that it is it is no. You are not supposed to do that. So and that behavior, or that when the mother says no, that no should be applicable to the father, grandparents, everybody. That uniformity has to be maintained.
Okay.
Only then good discipline will be inculcated. Good manners, good discipline,
It should be balanced actually between the parents, isn't it?
Absolutely.
If the mother is saying no and the father is telling them to do whatever you want to do, so that is not done, isn't it, Doctor?
Exactly.
Doctor, we'll talk on that. Another call we have. Hello, who's calling?
Hello.
Hello?
I'm Jackson.
Hello?
Hello. I'm Jackson from Assam.
Yes,
Yeah.
please ask your question.
How to say? I want to ask some about my fitness. How to say fitness about my becoming in weakness. I'm having weakness, and that's why. How to stay fit?
All right, we are not able to get you what you are trying to say, but if I would like to request my producers to just ask the question properly and could just communicate to me that someone is asking a question, but we are not able to clearly hear you. If you could again repeat your question, sir. All right, we'll get back to that person again. So we were talking about the habits and the proper things, like if a person is strict to their parents, the parents are strict to their children, so they should not be that overdue strict, but at least something should be taught in a very tender age, isn't it, Doctor? So on that.
I was talking about the firmness in voice.
Firmness in voice.
Without losing your cool, and you should not be angry, but firm. And that should be uniform with all the family members.
Okay.
So that is about disciplining, and you have to identify what is an accident. Like, a child might break the glass accidentally. That should be overlooked.
Okay.
But if he breaks the glass with intention, then you have to discipline. So identifying accidents and
Things which he does by his own.
willfully
Okay.
has to be differentiated, and accordingly the action has to be taken. So not everything should be overlooked. Then again comes the thing of punishment. One thing I would blanketly say is there is absolutely no role of corporal punishment.
Okay.
Corporal punishment meaning physical, any form of physical punishment is not advisable. But you can make your own way of punishing a child. Suppose he's really done something terrible, then you can maybe put him on a chair, put him in a corner, okay, or maybe put him in a room, and he is asked to sit there in that room or in the chair for 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, children are very active, they are agile, they like to play all the time. So if they are made to sit still in a place, that is the last thing they want to do. So it is kind of a punishment to them. So and they'll try to avoid
those things.
So next time when he is doing something naughty, which is not acceptable,
He'll try to think.
then you can just without even putting him on the chair, you can just tell him that time for you to go to the chair. Then he'll understand and stop it. So this is how you can discipline a child.
Okay. So these are the ways, these are the very simple ways which parents can inculcate in their children, isn't it, Doctor?
Exactly.
Doctor, we have another call, so let's take that call. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? আপোনাৰ টিভিৰ ভলিউমটো কমাই ল'ব, তাৰপিছত আপোনাৰ প্ৰশ্নটো কৰিব।
হেল্ল'?
হেল্ল', আমি শুনি আছোঁ।
ল'ৰাৰ বয়স 4 বছৰ।
4 বছৰ, কওকচোন।
তাৰমানে গলত তাৰ কি হয়, তাৰমানে টেমুনাৰ দৰে দেখা পোৱা যায় মাজে মাজে। মানে ডক্টৰক দেখালেতো অকণমান ইগনোৰ কৰক আপোনালোকে। এইটো কিমান ইগনোৰ কৰিম? সদায় মই মানে চকুত পৰি ডাঙৰ হৈ থকা যেন লাগে তাৰমানে।
ডিঙিত কৈছে আপুনি, ডিঙিত টেমুনা আছে?
হয়, ডিঙিত বহুতটা আছে তাৰমানে। কিন্তু ডক্টৰক দেখালে কাণৰ তলেদি আছে। ডক্টৰক দেখালে কয় বাচ্চা থাকে আৰু ইগনোৰ কৰক।
চাওক, বোধহয় আপোনাৰ শিশুটিৰ আমি চাৰ্ভাইকেল লিম্ফ নোড বুলি কওঁ, সেইবিলাক অলপমান ডাঙৰকৈ আছে। কিন্তু কাহ চৰ্দি হৈ থাকিলে এইটো বহু শিশুৰ দেখা যায়। আৰু এইটোৰ কাৰণে কোনো চিকিৎসাৰ প্ৰয়োজন নাথাকে আপুনি দেখাত খালি অলপ দেখিব তেনেকুৱা টেমুনা কিন্তু তাৰ পৰা কোনো যদি বিষ নাই বা কোনো অসুবিধা নাই শিশুটি ভালকৈ খেলি ধুলি আছে খোৱা বোৱা কৰিছে তেতিয়াহ'লে আপুনি কোনো চিন্তা কৰাৰ প্ৰয়োজন নাই যদি জ্বৰ চৰ নাই কিন্তু যদি সেই টেমুনাবিলাক ফুলিছে
খোৱা বোৱা কৰে কিন্তু তাৰ মানে হেৰি হয় আৰু মানে কেতিয়াবা কি হয় গলত মানে এলাৰ্জি টাইপৰ মানে শব্দ হয় বহুত শব্দ হয় কিন্তু গলত হয় বুকুত নহয়
বুজিছোঁ সেই চৰ্দি কাহ থাকিলে ল'ৰা ছোৱালীৰ ডিঙিৰ গুটিবিলাক হয় কিন্তু এইটোলৈ আপুনি চিন্তা কৰিব নালাগে যদি সেই গুটিবিলাক বেছিকৈ ফুলিব ধৰে জ্বৰ হয় ৰঙা পৰিছে বিষ হয় তেনেকুৱা কিবা হ'লে আপুনি ডক্তৰক দেখাব লাগিব কিন্তু এই গ্লেণ্ডবিলাক সাধাৰণতে 7-8 বছৰৰ পিছত নিজে নিজে কমি গৈ থাকে গতিকে এইটো লৈ পেলাই আপুনি চিন্তা কৰাৰ কোনো প্ৰয়োজন নাই কি ক'লে
3 বছৰমান বয়স এতিয়াতো 4 বছৰ গ'লে আৰু
নহয় কৈছোঁতো 7 বছৰ 8 বছৰলৈকেও থাকে তাৰপিছত কমিবলৈ ধৰিব সম্পূৰ্ণ নাইকিয়া হ'ব নাই সেইটো আমি সময়তহে গম পাম কিন্তু সাধাৰণতে দেখা যায় যে 7 বছৰৰ পিছত এইবিলাক কমি যায়
All right. Thank you so much for calling. So we have just short of time, doctor. So let's just quickly talk on the behavioral changes in children. Okay.
Yeah. So we came to punishment, giving punishment to the child. So again, I said no corporal punishment.
No corporal punishment.
You can give, you can make your own way of punishing the child, and rather than repeatedly punishing him, you have maybe done it twice or thrice. Then you can just tell him that when he's being naughty, just tell him that time for your, to get
go to that room.
So then he automatically corrects himself. So this is a good way of, punishing a child, so that he doesn't do, certain naughty things which are not acceptable. Yeah. Then, as one person had already asked about mobile overuse of mobile in a child, so I would like to come to visual media, especially television. Okay, now it has become an integral part of our life. Television is there in everybody's house. So how much television to be given to the child, to be shown to the child, and how? So there are different recommendations by different organizations, something like American Academy of Pediatrics. But overall, it is never half an hour to 1 hour. I normally recommend half an hour.
Half an hour.
Because it normally gets stretched to 1 hour if you say half an hour, and if possible on alternate days. And TV viewing should be always monitored.
Okay.
You should not give them remote to the child.
Okay.
Remote to the child, so that the control. Remote is basically the control. Should be with the adult, with the father or mother or family member, and he should be the one who will judge what show to see, what program to see. So it is usually best to avoid news items which will carry violent.
Absolutely, and that discipline should be maintained by their parents as well.
Yeah, violence should be avoided. Things with adult content should be avoided. And because visual media has become one of the reasons for a lot of things. For a child becoming violent, a child developing a lot of behavioral problems, a child getting exposed to adult way of behaviors early on in life. So because they get exposed to all those things.
Okay. Doctor, sorry to interrupt you, but just we have to take the phone call as we are short of time. So I'm thinking that this would be the last call of the day. So hello, who's calling? Hello. আপোনাৰ প্ৰশ্নটো কৰিব
মোৰ নাতি এটা আছে 13 মাহ হ'ল তাৰ দাঁতকেইটা গজা নাই আগফালৰ দাঁত গজা নাই মানে ওপৰৰ ফালে দুটা গজিছে 4টা দাঁত গজা গৈছে
ওপৰৰ দুটা কেতিয়া আহিলে বাৰু
ওপৰৰ মানে কি মাজতে গজা নাই আগফালৰ সাইটোৰ ফালে গজিছে দুটা 2 মাহ হ'ল
3 মাহ হ'ল
2 মাহ
হ'ল চাওক দাঁত গজাৰ এটা যেনেকৈ সকলো ধৰণৰ মাইলষ্টোনছ বা সকলো ধৰণৰ যিবিলাক এচিভমেণ্ট হয় বাচ্চাবিলাকৰ এটা টাইম লিমিট থাকে যেনেকৈ আপোনাৰ খোজ কঢ়াৰ এটা টাইম লিমিট আছে ধৰক 12 মাহৰ পৰা 18 মাহৰ ভিতৰত খোজ কাঢ়ে ঠিক তেনেকৈ দাঁতটো ওলোৱাৰো হয় দাঁত ওলোৱাৰো এটা সময় থাকে সাধাৰণতে আমি দেখা পাওঁ যে 9 মাহৰ পৰা 18 মাহৰ ভিতৰত ল'ৰা ছোৱালীৰ দাঁত গজে আৰু সেইটো কেইটা দাঁত গজিব তাৰ কোনো কাৰণ মানে কথা নাথাকে যদি এটা দাঁতো ওলাইছে 9 মাহৰ পৰা 18 মাহৰ ভিতৰত সেইটো নৰ্মেল বুলি ধৰা যায় গতিকে যেহেতু আপোনাৰ শিশুটিৰ দুটা দাঁত অলৰেডি ওলাইছে বাকীখিনিও ওলাব আপুনি চিন্তা কৰাৰ কোনো প্ৰয়োজন নাই সাধাৰণতে আপাৰি
আগফালৰকেইটা গজা নাই যে এইটো কাৰণে
নাই সেইটো চিন্তা কৰিব নালাগে সেই কথাটো কৈছোঁ মই ইউজুৱেলি আমি দেখা পাওঁ যে ওপৰৰ পাৰি দাঁতৰ আগফালৰ দাঁতকেইটা ওলায় কিন্তু এইটো কেতিয়াবা ব্যতিক্ৰম হয় ব্যতিক্ৰম হ'লেও ইয়াৰ পৰা কোনো চিন্তাৰ কাৰণ নাথাকে
All right. Thank you so much for calling. Okay, doctor, we are really short of time, just 2 to 3 minutes left to end up our show.
Okay.
So I would think that this would be a proper message for the viewers as well. We were talking about the time limit of watching and to use the digital media. So tell us and tell the viewers out there.
So appropriate use of digital or visual media should be there, because this has been a concern, for a child who develop language delay. They talk later, they do not talk on time. So language delay, behavior problems, then getting exposed to adult way of life. So all these things have been more seen in children now because of inadequate or inappropriate exposure to digital media.
Okay.
So about television, I already said it should be half an hour to 1 hour. If it is being shown daily, at least the channel should be chosen by the parents or the family members. Channels like entertainment, news channels which is showing violence. Yeah, then cartoon with violence. All things should be avoided. Learning channels should be more encouraged, like Discovery, Animal Planets, where children will learn certain things, and and their exposure to all this other kind of information should be can be delayed or avoided.
And the use of internet, doctor, we have seen many of the things are also learned through internet. So what would you suggest on that? Do children should be given?
Like giving the mobile or the laptop or video games should be avoided as far as possible.
Okay.
So internet is absolutely a no-no till a certain age when the child can make his own decisions, and it should be only used for collecting information. If it is required for education or if it is required for some constructive work, that can be used.
Okay.
So appropriate use of internet has to be taught to the child, and again it has to be monitored so that it is not inappropriately used.
Okay.
So that is about visual media. Then there are certain other behaviors which develop in a child, especially who are timid, who are fearful, like inappropriate fears and phobias.
Okay.
Like fear, this is very common to see a child who's afraid of darkness or a ghost. So these behaviors and phobias also come into a child if the child is if you tell ghost stories or if you show television which is showing terror kind of program,
so that should be avoided.
That should be avoided, so that we do not end up with a child who is fearful, who has phobias, who has all these problems.
Okay, doctor, thank you so much. Lots of information, and I'm thinking of asking you so many questions, but we are short of time and we have to wrap up this show of Good Life. So thank you so much once again for making out time and coming to our show from your busy schedule. So that was Prakritish Bora in our show, and I'm sure the viewers who have watched our show must be benefited with what the discussion we have done today on this show. And it's time now to wrap up the show of Good Life, the health show. So stay tuned for next Wednesday, we'll be coming live at 4 p.m. Thank you.